What's up, guys? It's me, Jake here, and today I'm going to be talking about one of the new series inside the new batch of Shonen Jump. Now, if you didn't know, on my community tab, I actually did post a poll of this, and this series actually won by a landslide, and that is 9 Dragons Ball Parade. Now, I know this only has like 6 or 7 chapters out right now, but I'm loving it so much, and I can see a lot of other people are loving it, so I want to really just recommend you guys this series, because it's a really good series so far, and it's doing a lot of things differently than most sports manga in general right now. Mostly baseball manga in general right now. So, to get into this, we're going to be talking about the synopsis of 9 Dragons Ball Parade. Now, we start off with our main character of Azu, who is a catcher, and he's a very smart kid, and he works his butt off to become the catcher for this top-class school. I think it's named Hakuo? I can't really say it too well, but he doesn't get in. And he meets a pitcher that's unknown at all, and his name is Ryudo, and he is super talented. And Ryudo said that Azu is the best catcher he's ever played for, and he's going to follow him. And they start trying to make this powerhouse team to overcome this Hakuo team and basically win nationals. And to do that, they went to a school that has no baseball program because it used to be a powerhouse school, and now it kind of just died out, and the team just didn't really do well after their powerhouse era, and now they're trying to rebuild that team. Now, right now we're in the Gathering arc, which is super interesting. This is the main part I wanted to talk about, is the Gathering arc and how it's different from most baseball manga in general. Because if you don't know, baseball has 9 players, but there's also like designated hitters and bench players as well that will have to be playing. And in this series, they do give a lot of emphasis on actually showing and developing all the characters in the cast, is what it's looking like right now. As other baseball mangas really don't do this, and for my favorite sports manga of all time, Ace of the Diamonds, they really didn't do this that well, as they really only developed the main parts of the cast, like Miyuki, Furyu, Haruichi, Samura, Tojo, and like a couple other characters inside this cast. And for 9 Dragons Ball Parade, they're going out with Azu and Ryudo to go out to these Diamond in the Rough players, and we get to see these characters in general. We get to see more of them develop, and we get to see more of their character, and more screen time for this character, which I think by itself is really, really good, and it shows that it has a lot of promise, as when we get the whole cast, we'll have a lot more insight on each and every character and what their everyday life is. And I think that for a cast like that, knowing a lot about these characters would be very interesting, a very great thing to do, and something that not many sports manga really do with a bigger cast. I know basketball manga can kind of do this better because 5 people on a team, but for sports like soccer, baseball, or any sport with a more bigger cast, it's really hard to develop a whole cast and actually put a lot of emphasis in each and every character. But it's looking like they're actually giving a lot of emphasis in each character, as the first person who wants to join, they took 3 chapters on. And it's just a lot of in-depth about this character, and we're learning a lot about this character, and he's going to be the first baseman, and it's super, super interesting to see how 9 Dragons Ball Parade is getting written, and I really do love that it's doing this. It's not just, oh, here's a powerhouse team that you can go to. Instead, it's you guys have to rebuild this team that used to be a powerhouse. And seeing Azu and Ryudo do this, it's really great, and their goal changes as they still want to win nationals, but in that process, they want to be Hakuo, which is, I still don't know how to say the name, okay? You comment down below how you can say the name. I know it's kind of hard to even say in the comments, but you know what I mean by that. I'm being stupid right now, but yeah. I really like 9 Dragons Ball Parade. Not everything in the new batch, and even the batch before this, I do think it's the best. There is a couple batches ago, there was Sakamoto Days, which I think can really rival 9 Dragons Ball Parade, and even if I put it up there, I would say 9 Dragons Ball Parade isn't as good as Sakamoto Days, but I'm going to say 9 Dragons Ball Parade is one of my favorite things out there, and could easily be my favorite sports manga if it continues being this good. Ace of the Diamonds is very hard to beat, but if anything's going to do it, it's going to be another baseball manga, as if you don't know, I really don't like baseball in real life, but baseball manga and anime I do really enjoy, because I think baseball is really interesting. It's just in real life it's really slow, but in manga it can really pick up the pace with that, and instead of being slow it can be way faster, and I think that's why I like baseball manga a lot, and that's why I like the series like Major, One Out, Ace of the Diamonds. I like those a lot, so it makes sense, and I think that 9 Dragons Ball Parade will probably be up there as one of my favorite sports manga when it ends, but I also think that this manga will be a very long-running shonen if it does keep doing as well as it's doing, because I think in Jump it's been pretty popular as well, so hopefully it keeps up this popularity and even just gets bigger and bigger, because this series really deserves it. It's doing a lot and a lot of things differently from a lot of sports manga, and it's just very, very, very enjoyable. And I hope that you guys can try to pick it up. It's on the Shonen Jump app and the Viz app, I do believe, so if it does get releases and physicals, then I'm going to think that Viz is probably going to be doing them because it's on the Viz app, which it's probably not going to happen for a while, because I don't think it's going to be big right off bat. Like, most sports manga aren't huge off the rip, so I'm not going to expect that, and mostly because there hasn't, I don't think, been a baseball manga that has been adapted into physical English volumes. If I'm not mistaken, there might have been 1 or 2, but out of the bigger ones, like Ace of Diamonds Major and One Out, there haven't been, and it's kind of sad to see, but I am just hoping 9 Dragons Ball Parade is the thing that will break that cycle and finally get English physicals when it comes time to it, because I really enjoy it. Now, I hope it doesn't just plummet in quality, because if it does, it will really make me sad, but because it's really early on. You never really can predict these kinds of things with mangas. Like, I liked Guardian of the Witch for the beginning, like, first 10 chapters, and then the next six, like, boop, I gotta admit, when I went to chapter 11 through 16, I believe, before it got canceled for Burn the Witch, 11 through 16 were pretty meh, but 1 through 10 were really interesting, and I really liked it. But then it got canceled, and I was kind of sad, but what can you do? The series plummeted, and the popularity plummeted as well, so I'm hoping it doesn't do that, and I'm hoping 9 Dragons Ball Parade just keeps going on the up and up, and I really do have very much high hopes for it, because the art is amazing. Like, I'll show a couple panels that I have saved, and I will say that this art is really just great. Like, every time Ryudo pitches, it's just insane. And the paneling, one of my favorite series for paneling, I think the paneling is really interesting on how they panel the manga. And also, I think the story is written by a veteran baseball mangaka. So I'm going to have high hopes that he can actually continue this, because I believe that they actually have written, I think, 1 or 2 baseball mangas in the past in Jump. So they probably know what they're doing at this point, and in making this series, I hope they do well. And yeah, that's all I basically have to say for this video. I really love 9 Dragons Ball Parade, and I hope you guys actually check it out, because it is really good, and I can see a lot of people liking it if you like sports manga. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope I see you guys next time. Peace!